Hey, DaQuan, Will with Fox 46 here. Just how did it feel yesterday to get after a new different quarterback and a rookie quarterback and have the success that you guys did?
Yeah, I mean, it felt good to be out there. Early on, I felt like the defense was clicking really well. The chemistry out there felt great. But at the same time, we have a lot to clean up, a lot to fix. So we just can't get caught up, on the victory and the W. We have to go back to the drawing board and just get better.
All right, let's go to Will Logic for the next question.
DaQuan, how did you guys kind of vary your looks up front? It seemed like all the confusion you guys were causing with Zach Wilson allowed you guys to get a lot of penetration. What were you guys doing up front in order to keep him off balance?
No, don't really talk too much about scheme, but Coach Snow did a great job of changing stuff up all day and putting us some different looks. And we had to go out there and just execute, and we did that for the most part and got the job done.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's never as good as it looks. It's never as bad as it looks, right? I mean, that's when you guys look at tape, and I'm not sure how much film you guys have looked at today, but of the bad, where are the things that need to be fixed from you guys? Because the good look pretty good with the pressures and the sacks and that sort of thing.
Yeah, just the little stuff, the details of assignments and what we have to do. Everything we have to fix and can fix is all about us and what we do. So nothing that our opponent does. It all comes down to what we do and getting in our playbooks and making sure we're sound on the details and the fundamentals of that job, of that position, and that play. So we had, come out this week and just focus on the little stuff, just like we did at day one training camp, and make sure we really knock the stuff home.
Let's go to Darren Gant for the next question.
Yeah, DaQuan, Matt's talked a lot about this offseason bringing in veteran guys who've been in winning places to kind of show these young guys how to do it. What does that look like on a day-to-day basis around there? What do you do particularly with some of the young guys on the defensive line to try to teach that stuff?
Yeah, for our position, it's really just trying to help them with little technique stuff here and there. I mean, the athletic ability of a great young player can only get you so far. It's just trying to teach them little tricks of the trade of how to shoot your hands, or how to use your hands for a particular D lineman. Just small stuff like that, little technical stuff that kind of helps you and can help elevate your game to go a lot further.
Are these guys pretty good learners in particular? I mean, is there one in particular that you've noticed is real involved, taking notes, that kind of stuff, really taking on what you're teaching?
I feel like a lot of them, all of them do a great job in doing that. And, Coach Rule, that was a huge emphasis in this training camp, of make sure everyone to take notes and learn how to take notes. And so I feel like even from training camp to now, they've done a great job in doing so. But, even more so now, more than ever, we have to get, into them books and really pay attention to details and get this thing rolling.
Let's go to David Newton.
Hey, DaQuan, I wanted to ask you, I'm sure you guys aren't full in the film study yet, but if you saw any highlights of the Saints yesterday and what you saw in the difference in Jameis so far from the quarterback you've known in the past.
I haven't really watched them yet. That'd be a better question for later in the week. But I personally haven't watched them yet, so I really can't answer that question.
All right, we'll go to Joe Person next.
DaQuan, just generally speaking, to kind of catch a division team early in the season, kind of a tone-setting type game, how important will it be this week against New Orleans?
I mean, it's very important. I mean, all divisional games are another notch up. I mean, I think everyone knows that. So we have to make sure that we come in here and really get the game plan early and make sure we know it and study it and really master it going into this week and make sure we bring the same intensity we did last week against the Jets, this week against the Saints. So it's going to be huge.
As someone new to the division, who do you lean on, during scouting reports or for anything this week that, besides your own eyes and film?
Yeah, I mean, of course, our linebackers and Shaq and JC. I mean, they've been here for a while, so just talking to them and knowing what they see and how the front moves. And at the same time, even though they're young, Derek Brown and Bravion Roy, they started last year and they got to play them twice. So definitely going to be talking to them a lot and see what little tips and stuff I can pick up for them. And just really just echoing all around the front seven and see what kind of stuff I can pick up here and there and to help myself out and help the team out.
Hey, And next question will go to Jonathan Alexander.
Hey, DaQuan, hope all is well. Now, what are your thoughts on Derek Brown, where he is right now in year 2, and how he's developed from the beginning of training camp to now?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's doing well. I mean, watching the film this morning, breaking it down, I mean, I thought he played pretty well. I just think, you know, he's at that stage where he can really take a huge step, and he's just going to come down to him really just stacking the days of practice and keep on that momentum going.
Let's go to Mike Solarte.
Hey, DaQuan, is there necessarily an advantage, generally speaking, on catching that first divisional opponent at home and maybe trying to set a tone for the rest of the division and, you know, get this, you know, how Tampa and Atlanta might do you guys is how you take on these guys in week 2?
I mean, yeah, I think it's a huge advantage. And, I mean, I think you get the opportunity early. You got to take advantage of that and really come out here and make sure we are on our keys, because, you know, the only time you really lose a game is you know, you give it up. You know what I'm saying? Is you making mistakes and not doing what you're supposed to do. So it's gonna be really, really crucial for us to come in here as a defense, offense, special teams, get the playbook, get the plays, know what we have to do, and go out here and really capture this win against the Saints next week.
Looks like we have one more question, so let's go to Joe Person before the DaQuan go.
DaQuan, 1 o'clock game on that new turf. How hot was it, and how important was the rotation up front?
It was very important. I mean, I thought we did a good job of rotating up front. It got pretty warm out there, but at the same time, our staff did an amazing job with, you know, keeping us hydrated and making sure that we were doing the necessary things to keep our bodies right leading up to the game. You know, I just think our staff and, you know, our players as well did a great job of just making sure we, you know, did what we had to do to make sure our bodies are right and ready for the game.